Hello, my name is Lars Pedersen. I'm the Deputy Secretary General of BIMCO, and I have the honor of chairing the 36th Motorship Emission and Propulsion Conference in Hamburg, which has been going on for now almost 2 days. We are well into the second day, and it's really an inspiring and interesting program we have had so far, and I'm really also looking forward to the rest of the conference to make, complete the picture, dealing with all aspects of indeed propulsion and emissions of ships. First day was quite interesting in the way that it really centered around, both the larger and the more holistic issues for shipping, like collecting of data for greenhouse gas emissions, all the way down to very, you could say, important, but in the greater context, more minute issues like cold corrosion in cylinder liners on the more modern super long stroke slow speed engines. But really the general concept that was discussed was about measuring things, measuring to be able to get more clever to understand issues and problems, and again, if you don't measure it, you can't really control it. And this theme is actually repeating itself to some extent today, moving into the second day, where we have just had a very interesting, although we could also say dry and theoretical discussion about EEDI, the Energy Efficiency Design Index, which is well underway in its implementation. We'll soon get ships out which are EEDI certified, and it's interesting to see the issues that comes with such a new piece of regulation. We had DNV GL elaborating intensively about the problematic and seemingly conflicting requirement for minimum safe power for maneuvering in adverse weather conditions. This was just one of the aspects discovered. We have just this morning completed the first session of the second day, dealing with EEDI and the problems and opportunities that is surrounding this new piece of regulation, but also discussing the potential conflict that arises out of the new regulation with the requirement for minimum safe power for maneuvering in adverse weather conditions. And it has been interesting to discuss this. It is still early days for EEDI implementation, and we don't know yet really how this will influence, you could say, the operational aspects of ships in the future. I asked a question to a ship owners panel, will EEDI really make your ships consume less fuel in the future? There was a general sentiment that yes, this is probably going to be the case, but there was also some not concerned, but some comments made that efficient ship is not a new thing. We have had efficient ships for a long time. Some owners have been focusing on this for many years, and of course, if you have built very efficient ships in the past, EEDI is not likely to change anything in that context. It's a regulatory requirement. It is meant to spur innovation and make sure that the whole population of ships in the future becomes more efficient. But the efficient ships of the past will still be efficient ships in the future. I think this is an important thing to remember. We have today several sessions ahead of us where we will discuss aspects of various other things like NOx Tier 3 and how that can actually also have an impact on efficient ships and possibly even positive effects on EEDI certification. And these things will need to be explained and explored, and I'm looking forward to that.